Welcome back, Gothamites. Welcome back, fellow detectives, to our three big moments of Gotham over on YouTube. Yes, we have three big surprises, three big moments of Season 5, Episode 3, Penguin, our hero. Yes, our hero, our king, our captain. It is getting very J.R.R. Tolkien here. Yes, indeed it is. And of course, please don't forget to check out our full discussion and review of episode 3 over on gothamtvpodcast.com. You can check any good or evil podcast catcher to listen to our full, in-depth, spoiler-filled discussion on Gotham Season 5, Episode 3, Penguin, Our King.
Absolutely. Remember, we do have David Mazouz for the final time on this episode, talking about his thoughts about the moment between himself and Selina in this episode. It's really good. Also, this week over on GothamTVPodcast.com, we have an interview with Andrew Sellon, who plays Mr. Penn on Gotham. Have a full hour-long interview with him, all about his time on the show. Really, really good interview. Check that out. And I'll put together the full thoughts of David Mazouz in one podcast as well, just his 10-minute interview that I did before Christmas with him about Season 5 of Gotham and these 3 episodes as well. So check those out. Loads of good stuff over there, but definitely check them over on the website at gothamtvpodcast.com. But John, what's our first most shocking moment of the episode?
It's a game, but it's a game like no other, Jim. It is Russian roulette. Yes, we see here Selina caught in the initiation world of the cult of Jeremiah, an abandoned church. Praise him, you know, this cult. And we have its mistress in charge, Echo, aka Jeremiah's right-hand lady.
Yeah.
Yes. But we have the grim spectre of them playing Russian roulette. 6 people, 6 guns, 6 bullets. All with the other person's destiny in their hands. And of course, you know, we see a grim spectre of previous initiates into the cult of Jeremiah that had failed this challenge, this leap of faith, this facing death square on in order to be reborn for Jeremiah.
Yeah, it's really quite a gruesome moment when Bruce finds all of those bodies with the bullet holes in their head. It's really quite gruesome.
It really is. You know, you have this emptied out swimming pool with blood all over the walls of the empty swimming pool. It is pretty macabre, really. And the people are like robots going to this following this faith without question. So it really is an interesting moment. But we have Echo as well, really taunting Selina, saying how she needs to do this so she can be reborn, even though we know that through the magic acorns of episode 2, through everything that she's gone through, she has been reborn into Catwoman. And she knows how it feels to have a gun pointed at her face or at her and fired, and she hates it when this happens. So there's a great fight as well after this initiation ceremony, this Russian roulette, where Echo and Selina fight. But ultimately as well, it plays in really nicely to Selina and Bruce Wayne's ongoing dynamic. You know, how Selina is becoming her own person, much more independent. And, you know, it is led with, I am going to do it my way here. I have done it your way, Bruce, for so long. And now it is my time. And in this situation, Jeremiah has to die. He has to pay for what he did to him. So that is our first surprising, shocking, violent moment of episode 3. Our next one is the death of Mr. Penn.
Yes, really sad moment. Mr. Penn has been around since back in season 4. He had many great moments throughout season 4 as the right-hand man to Oswald Cobblepot. But we do have this moment where he's effectively packed up his bags along with the Gertrude Cobblepot Memorial Choir and Edward the dog, and taken all of them together and gone off to Haven. He talks about that in the interview that we have as not being a betrayal of Oswald, but more supporting all of the other people that Oswald has been mistreating when he's in this position of power. So he doesn't feel like he's actually betrayed Oswald by leaving. He's feeling like this is the only way they could have remained alive. The character over the course of all of his time on the show has always been in that position of having to tell Oswald some very hard and difficult truths because nobody else will. We see at the beginning of the episode that he's effectively saying, because Oswald is still recovering from this knee injury, this gunshot that he got from Jim Gordon, that he doesn't want to tell him how bad everything is really going. He's trying to tell him that everything's going really well until one of the members of the choir falls over in front of him. But I still think it's a huge shock to lose a character like Mr. Penn in the way that we lose him in this episode. I still think it's one of the most shocking moments we've had in the season so far.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we have here, Mr. Ninepence telling Oswald the ultimate truth here. The right-hand man of the Penguin has gone, and in doing so has told him that he needs to treat people better. The ultimate truth was, I left your protection to seek the safety of Haven because you no longer did that. You no longer did what you did as the mayor of Gotham, where you bolstered your support. Mr. Penn has helped run empires, the Falcone Empire, and he tried to do it for Penguin and succeeded, but ultimately he delivers the ultimate bad news to Penguin, is that he's just no longer popular. People didn't like him. That's why they left, to find safety and protection elsewhere. So yes, our third moment, the death of Mr. Penn, which leads us onto the death of many people, and that is the death of Haven, the explosion. Was it Jeremiah? Was it Will Thomas? An inside job. He looks cute. He's a young little kid. He's got the boyish charms and innocence. But deep down, is he a spy? Is he an agent of Jeremiah? Or was it Jeremiah himself? Or was it simply a gas leak in the kitchen? That we just don't know. But from our single death with Mr. Penn, we have absolute genocide as Haven is blown sky high in Gotham. We go from safety and from hope to pure destruction, and Jim is from the hero to the zero as Gotham reasserts its bleaker view on how people should survive.
Yeah, and we talk about these shocking moments every week after each of the episodes. There's none more shocking than the last 2 seconds of an episode being the explosion that kills all the innocents of Gotham. Everybody in Gotham that's innocent, isn't part of a gang, was formerly a slave. All of them over the last couple of episodes and couple of weeks as the show has progressed have moved into Haven under the protection of the GCPD. Yeah. And in one foul swoop, as we're concentrating on whether Barbara is going to shoot Oswald or not, the entire place explodes, killing all inside. We believe, we'll see that obviously next week, but we believe that's what's happened at the end of this episode. And that moment, I have to say, Ben McKenzie plays the moment perfectly. The drop of his face going, oh no, Gotham's done it again to me. I thought I had a moment of hope here, but that's not going to happen for Jim.
It really is. I mean, the only person whose bacon this has probably saved is, again, Oswald Cobblepot. As Babs came in, all guns blazing, to take out Oswald, get revenge for the death of Tabitha. And just as she is about to go through Jim to kill Oswald, then we have the fireworks and bonfires that is Haven in the background. So yeah, a lot of people probably have gone there. So that is our third and final explosive, surprising moment of Gotham, episode 3 of season 5, Penguin, our king. Penguin, our hero, in fact. Yes.
The song does stick with you, though. You do want to sing Penguin, our hero all the time.
And yes, a shout out to the Gertrude Kappelport Memorial Choir for their rendition of Penguin, our king. Indeed.
Yes. Now, that is our top 3 shocking moments. As John said, we had more than that. We had loads more that could have been shocking moments from this episode. Make sure you go over to the website at gothamtvpodcast.com or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. Pick up the podcast wherever you can. Gotham TV Podcast. You'll hear our thoughts all about the episode, all about the surprising moments, all about the mutant leader, one of the great comic book character that's shown off in this episode. Some really good stuff. And also, you'll hear our interview with Andrew Sellon, who played Mr. Penn, and our 10-minute interview with David Mazouz about Gotham Season 5 as well. So check all of that out over on gothamtvpodcast.com, and we'll be back again soon.
Absolutely, fellow Gothamites. Check that out. And, in the words of the mutant gang leader, from The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller, Slice and dice, little chickies.
Hi, Pengy. Bye, Pengy.
Bye, Pengy. Bye, Mr. Penn. Bye.
Oh, bye, Mr. Penn.